Bashan and I by Thomas Mann. 1. Bashan puts in his appearance. When spring, which all men agree is the fairest season of the year, comes round again, and happens to do honor to its name, I love to go for half an hour stroll in the open air before breakfast. I take this stroll whenever the early chorus of the birds has succeeded in rousing me betimes, because I had been wise enough to terminate the preceding day at a seemly hour. And then I go walking, hatless, in the spacious avenue in front of my house, and sometimes in the parks which are more distant. Before I capitulate to the day's work, I long to draw a few draughts of young morning air, and to taste the joy of the pure early freshness of things. Standing on the steps which lead down from my front door, I give a whistle. This whistle consists of 2 tones, a bass tone and a deeper quarter tone, as though I were beginning the first notes of the second phrase of Schubert's unfinished symphony, a signal which may be regarded as equal in tonal value to a name of 2 syllables. The very next moment, as I go on towards the garden gate, a sound is heard in the distance, a sound at first almost inaudible, then growing rapidly nearer and clearer, a sound such as might ensue if a metal tag were to be set clinking against the brass trimmings of a leather collar. Then, as I turn round, I see Bashan curving in swift career around the corner of the house and heading for me full tilt as though he intended to knock me over. His efforts cause him to shorten his underlip a bit, so that 2 or 3 of his lower front teeth are laid bare. How splendidly they gleam in the early sun. Bashan comes straight from his kennel. This is situated behind the house under the floor of the veranda, which is supported on pillars. It is probable that after a night of diverse and unknown adventures, he had been enjoying a short morning doze in this kennel, until my 2-syllabic whistle roused him to swift activity. This kennel or miniature hut is equipped with curtains made of coarse material, and is lined with straw. Thus it chances that a stray straw or 2 may be clinging to Bashan's coat, already rather ruffled up from his lying and stretching, or that one of these refractory straws may even be left sticking between his toes. This is a vision which always reminds me of the old Count Moore in Schiller's Robbers, as I once saw him in a most vivid and imaginative production, coming out of the Hunger Tower with a straw between 2 of his toes. Involuntarily, I take up a flank position to the charging Bashan as he comes storming onward, an attitude of defense, for his apparent intention of lunging himself between my feet and laying me low is most amazingly deceptive. But always at the last moment and just before the collision, he manages to put on the brakes and to bring himself to, something which testifies.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?